happy to be here, easy to work with. It's my slogan.
Is it your slogan now? Was it then?
It was.
Okay.
Yes. But you know what? I will say this. I had to eat some humble pie when they killed me off that show, which it was really hard.
Did you know it was going to happen?
No. What's hilarious is I had no idea. And Danielle Panabaker was my roommate this season 4. And she's like, who do you think is in the grave? Because episode 1, we see a grave. And I was like, no one is in the grave. This is television. No. She's like, are you sure you're not worried? I'm like, no, it's fine.
It's you.
And it wasn't, I think I talked about clairvoyancy the last time we spoke, but I do know something before it happens. And not exactly what, but I got an email from my showrunners that was like, it was like episode, I don't know, 2 episodes before this, or an episode before this episode was when somebody was going to die.
Right.
And I get this email and it's like to the whole cast, hey, Katie, Mark and Wendy would love to sit down and have lunch with you. We're going to meet with all the cast just to like do a little catch up on like what's going to like be going on for the next few seasons. It might've been a mass email. I think it was. And for whatever reason, like my stomach just like, bleh, like dropped. And I immediately text Mark Guggenheim, who I adore. And I was like,
I'm fired, aren't I?
I said, Mark, it's like it's a Thursday and they wanted to meet on Monday. And I was going to a Comic-Con that weekend with my cast. And I was like, Mark, I just got this email that we're supposed to have lunch and I have a like sick feeling in my stomach. Please don't make me wait the weekend. Like, please, can we get on a call tomorrow? He said, wow, you're really intuitive. I'll call you tomorrow. And
that's when your heart sank. You're like, fuck. You're hoping he'd say, no, don't worry about it. And it was the opposite.
Yeah. So,
how did you feel? Do you remember the feeling you had?
Well, yeah, I was sad. I mean, immediately.
Were you numb?
I was sort of in shock because, the next day they did call. I was in New York by that point, going to the Comic-Con with my whole cast. And it was Greg and Andrew and Mark. And Mark, said, listen, unfortunately, I have to tell you, like, you're the one that's in the grave. I was angry at first. And I was emotional because I was sad and I was angry because I was so happy.
You knew it had nothing to do with you. It was just like the beginning of the season they said that.
I think it was a couple of things. I have theories. I think it was political. It's a lot. Regardless, I said, I'm a professional. And I was just like, okay, I just have to say, this was my only anger moment. I was like, I just have to say, I feel like I've always been given the short end of the stick and I have to go. I hung up. And I didn't yell, or I just cried because I was sad. And Steven called me immediately and was like, I'm so sorry it's you. Like, I don't want it to be you. I worked really hard on that show and that character. And I loved it. And everybody was like, shoot. Because there may be.
But didn't you come back?
Oh, yeah.
See?
I got a call like 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
That was from Andrew Kreisberg, who's great. He called and was like, hey, I just wanted to find out, would you want to come on Flash and be your doppelganger and play Black Siren? And I was like, yes. Oh my gosh, this is such great. I get goosebumps talking about it. I was like, this is so cool. Yes, I would love that. So basically, I came back on Flash, played the opposite of Laurel.
How many episodes?
It was just the one.
Just one.
And so basically what happened is, and thank you to the fans, is I had to go through the weekend, by the way, with Comic-Con, and every question, who's in the grave? Do you guys know? And so our whole cast is on stage.
Just looking at each other.
And I'm like, maybe no one's in the grave. I don't know. So I had to just play like I wasn't crushed. Steven was like, I'm really proud of you that you're like able to get through this. Yeah, he could have been
just like, it's me. They fucking fired me. Could you imagine?
No, I would not do that. But yeah. I definitely, had the support of the fans because that Flash episode I went on, ratings, I guess, like were great. And Arrows, unfortunately, I guess after they killed me, I guess their ratings went down a little.